welcome back to the channel. I'm Melissa if you're new here, and I've been on a weight loss journey since February 1st, 2024, and I have an updated weigh-in. So let's get to it. I owe you guys an apology. I usually am weighing in on Fridays now, and had planned to make my video and give you all the details on Friday. My son had field day and it was his last day of school. He's finishing up 3rd grade, and I got home and I fell asleep. I was so tired. So today is technically Memorial Day, but we're going to talk about the update for May 23rd, 2025. I apologize, I have gum in my mouth, and I will talk about that in just a minute on why I have gum in my mouth. I'm outside in my backyard. It's a really pretty but cold a little bit day here in Kentucky, so just thought I would bring in some of that sunshine to everybody and we could all just enjoy it together. So last Friday's weigh-in, not this one, the Friday before, I was 264.6, and then Friday my weigh-in was 262.7. So I had lost 1.9 in a week, which puts me down at my lowest weight that I have been since I started this journey. And I have now lost 67.3 pounds. So that is the lowest that I have gone on this journey also. So big milestones, been super excited about that. And my goal is to get in the 250s and hopefully to stay there in those 250s and then kind of get down from that as well. So I want to get to the point in the 250s where if I do gain a pound or two, I'm not going back up in the 260s. So wanted to talk about how the week started and go from there. So it is windy here, I'm so sorry. This week I started with, I had finished last month at 13.5 milligrams compounded Tirzepatide, and it's been going awesomely. You know, I've had nausea sometimes, and you know, it's tolerable, but I finished that vial and started a vial that I'd had from a previous telehealth company, and they only went up to 10 milligrams, and it was not compounded with anything, or it was compounded with something. It was compounded with some kind of vitamin. Sorry guys, I apparently have a hair just lurking right in front of me, and there it is. When I pulled out the medication and drew it in the vial, it was actually red, and that kind of took me back for a minute. But I do remember some folks have said that their medication liquid is red. Mine has always been clear, and that's a vitamin that's apparently in there. So I used that because I needed to use it before the bud date, and of course that meant I was going down in dosage. I had a little bit of nausea that day, or the next day. I've had dry mouth again, and that's why I have the gum in my mouth. The dry mouth, but also like the metallic taste that I was having is back, and I was really hoping that that wouldn't come back. And I don't know if it's the other, because of this new vial that I'm using from this other telehealth company, if that's the cause, because for the last several weeks I've not had that issue with the dry mouth and the metallic taste in my mouth where I just can't get rid of it unless I'm really have something constantly in my mouth, gum, mint, something. So I'm not a fan so far of this vial. Like I said, it was from another telehealth company. They actually only go up to 10 milligrams, and then they were even talking about going lower than that just because of the compounding issues that were going on. So something else that kind of happened this week, and I've been thinking maybe it's equivalent to the new vial, maybe it's not, but my stomach had been gargling all day, every day. There was no rhyme or reason. It wasn't like an upset stomach. It sounded literally like a thunderstorm in my stomach all day. And it happened all week. And that was different. I was like, I'm taking my prebiotics. I haven't done anything different. So I was trying to go through, okay, what medications am I taking? Are there any new vitamins or supplements that I've done differently or that I started? Is there anything I stopped recently? Dietary wise, have I done anything differently? Nothing came up. The only thing that hit me, and I was talking to my friend Brittany Rose, GLP-1 YouTube. The only thing different was that I'm on this other vial. So I'm wondering if it's mixed with something that just isn't agreeing with my stomach. I also noticed when I take my shot on Tuesdays, I did have a little bit of nausea the next day. It wasn't as much or as strong, but by Friday, I was hungry and I wanted to eat. And I have been wanting to eat. And I have not felt that suppression as much. So I'm like, oh God, I'm definitely gonna gain this week. So I am seriously toying with the idea, and I don't want to waste the money, but I'm seriously contemplating skipping that vial and going to the next one back over to the 13.5. It's just not, there's too many things at play that I think are because of that medication. And maybe that's just my sensitive stomach not tolerating it very well. It's not like I'm having stomach cramps or diarrhea or anything like that. It is just the stomach gurgling really bad and lack of appetite suppression and hunger. I don't really have a lot of the food noise, but I am hungry. So I thought about giving it another week. I'm kind of still on the fence about it. Let me know what you would do in that situation. I'm really curious to see what everyone's thoughts are about that. So that was a lot of the side effects that I've had so far this week. Hydration wise for my goal has been pretty good. I'm not as diligent as I should be on the weekend, and that's something that I'm trying to work on. Hydration during the week is really good. I'm nailing it. But on the weekend, you're busy, you forget, you're doing things, you're out of your routine during the week. And that's where I struggle. Now, I did bring out my hydro jug, but I have gum in my mouth, but I'm trying to drink all the fluids. We'll see how it goes. So I'm trying to figure out creative ways to get that up on the weekends. So better weight loss, definitely on Friday. Saturday, I did not weigh this week just because I knew something was different. But I am still toying with the idea and looking, is Friday lower than Saturday or is Saturday lower than Friday? So I will check into that this coming week. Not a whole lot of other things going on really with me. I met the surgeon for my LASIK and cataract surgery. He was amazing. That was really good. I am going to try to get back into my pain doctor for my neck because I think I'm needing another neck injection on that. But yeah, so we've had a lot of other things going on in the community. There have been a lot of GLP-1 groups shut down on Facebook. Some of them are back after being appealed. Some of them were back and now they're gone again. It's frustrating because you can't help but think there are bigger things at play here, right? We talk all the time about, and especially with me, I tell you guys, be loud, be vocal, be your advocate for yourself and others, and we are being silenced. So there are some groups that are going to other platforms. Definitely YouTube is still, I feel like, the #1 place to communicate and for us to at least be able to talk freely. I think that pharma is scared because it's hurting their bottom dollar, right? GLP-1s compounded, it's hurting their bottom dollar. However, if you want us to transition to your product, which has been amazing and life-changing, then maybe don't be so greedy about the price and make it accessible for everybody without having to jump through hoops. So I'm talking about Lilly doesn't have the 12.5 and the 15 milligram vials available. And if you do get your hands on them through Lilly, they are astronomical in price. And people still can't afford that. You can pay the lower dose. You know, the lower doses are a lot less in price. But as you're going up, so is your price. And people just cannot afford that to be healthy. We want to be healthy. We are desperate to be healthy. I think that for us, the GLP-1 has been beyond a game changer. It's life-changing. It is changed the way that we think about so many things, not just food. It's changed how we decide that we deserve this. We deserve to be healthy. I'm looking why my dog is growling, and she's playing with a ball by herself. That's pretty funny. I've never seen dogs like toss a ball up in the air and play with themselves or go throw it and catch it. So anyway, being on the GLP-1 has made a lot of us louder with our voices. We've also been demanding more for ourselves and for our medical people that take care of us, because they are not knowledgeable in GLP-1. A lot of practitioners want to take people off the GLP-1s if something is going on with their patient, regardless what that is their first thing. Well, you need to come off that. And I've had that happen, and I've said no. My doctor, when we were fighting about the hypoglycemia, and she felt like it was because of my GLP-1, I said, no, we've been through this before. When I lose a significant amount of weight, it triggers my hypoglycemia from bariatric surgery. And no, you don't get hypoglycemia from bariatric surgery. Yes, you do. I looked it up, found a ton of research, papers, medical papers, and journals that say otherwise. My endocrinologist agreed without me even stating that I had disagreed with my provider. But instead of actually looking for an answer or a reason or how to help a patient, come off the GLP-1. And we fight back because we know how much and how significant this has changed our lives. We feel it in every part of our body, mentally, physically, emotionally, and we're not going to stop it because you can't find the answers or you don't want to look for the answers, and you're going to blame this GLP-1. And you know what? My friend Brittany Rose, I love her to pieces, said something the other day in one of her videos, and it's something that we've talked about back and forth, she and I, is, do people want us to be healthy? It's something to think about. I'm not trying to be all conspiracy theorist on anybody, but think about it. People don't need as much medication being on a GLP-1. People are reversing high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, sleep apnea, many, many, many other things. It's being helped to treat addiction. It's improving cardiovascular. So there's not as much of a need then, right, to go see a doctor, have your labs drawn as much, have follow-ups, go to specialists, all the extra medication that you need. It's hurting their pocket. I'm not sorry that I'm on it. I'm not. I am so thankful that I have access to compounded GLP-1s right now, because it would be very hard for me to afford the GLP-1 name brand. And I'm self-pay. My insurance does not cover any weight loss medication, no matter if you have a comorbidity or not. So this is my only option. And a lot of us are stockpiling. A lot of us are defying our doctor's orders because we know and we experience the food silence. We're experiencing that food suppression. We're experiencing better habits. We are exercising. We are taking further steps. We are doing things that we have not normally done. And we are so much happier for it. Why would we give that up? I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the affordability for medication coming. I think that hopefully things will get better price-wise, and the price of the medication for all doses will come down. But we will see. And what we can do in the meantime is we support our GLP-1 community. We support everybody that is going through this process with us, and we cheer them on. We also share the GLP-1 information. Share the news about it. If there's a news article that breaks, my guy Dave Knapp, man on Mounjaro, he does On the Pen YouTube. He also has an awesome Substack for On the Pen. He provides terrific information and a lot of late breaking news on what's happening in the GLP-1 community, and so does the Downsized, my friends Christopher and Lorraine Durham. So when you see those videos from those guys, it really helps if you like, share, and comment on their things, so it shares it to other people who may be looking to get healthy and they don't know where to start. They don't have an alternative other than paying $600 a month for a GLP-1 medication that they can only get in a low dose. They may be someone that just got switched from, is being told they have to get switched from Zepbound to Wegovy due to the CVS Caremark agreement with Novo. We need to be loud. We need to fight against it. If you're going through something like that, fight against it. Write people, write our Congress, write anybody that's going to listen. The more people that voice their concerns, the louder we are, and the more change hopefully we can make happen. Like other YouTube creators' videos, subscribe to them, help them. When you like and share, comment on a video, even mine, it pushes those videos out to other people excuse me, that may be looking to start the journey and they don't know where to go. They've been given a prescription for this medication without any guidance. That happened to me, and that's happened to a lot of people. They are trying to advocate for themselves and feel very lost. We want them to have as much information as possible to help them on their journey. So anybody that you follow on YouTube, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to their content. Commenting helps. Everything helps. You don't have to donate financially or anything like that to anyone. We're all in financial constraints, right? But just a simple like, share, subscribe, and comment makes a world of difference to everyone. I'm curious to know what you're doing for your medication. Do you have a stockpile right now? Are you having to be forced to change your medication due to, you know, different agreements with different pharmacies and all that? Or is something else happening? Are you having to stop? I would just love to know, like, what's going on in your world with your GLP-1. It's a lot, right? It's a lot, and I think that everybody's stressed, everybody is scared. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it all together by supporting each other and being there and just being loud. So I promise I will have more videos this week. I will post on Friday. My son is actually home now from school, spending the summer, but I will post one on Friday for sure. I have a book that I just bought that Anchor Moments on YouTube was talking about. I think it's Sugar, Salt, Fat by Michael Moss. It's a lot about the ultra processed companies and how they've been confronted with mind-changing information, and they decided that health isn't important. So I'm going to start trying to read and dive into that. Also, I'll talk more about some protein options that we have that I've discovered that might help people. I've also met a few new friends in the last week that I am going to help and mentor on their journey. And yeah, there's just lots of exciting things happening, and I do have another video that I will bring out this week on an announcement with a GLP-1. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Make sure to take care of yourself, and we will talk again later. Have a great day.